Good day, everybody. Welcome back. I was just here and now I'm back. Okay, so welcome back to the Doc of Detox show. And today's show is called New World Practitioner. We're going to be talking about our certifications, our personal treatment and trainings. And we're going to be talking about people that are coming here that are doing neither. They're only attending our little free workshops because they just want to be someplace that they're not going to be mandated to, where there's not rules for fools, where they can just live and love and laugh and dance and everything else, right? That's it. So we are going to be opening up for questions on people on Zoom. Those people, this is the only one. If you want all my other shows, I'm going to have Zooms on every show from now on, Sharon?
That's right.
Because your questions are more important than what I have to say, and that's the truth. So, but this one is called New World Practitioner one. If you want that one, you've got to go to www.newworldpractitioner.com, where you will get a Zoom link, and that Zoom link will be for this show. All the other shows, you can just go to www.docofdetoxshow.com, and then we will send you links out. And just so you know, yesterday's little blip in the road with Facebook being down, Telegram being down, Dialpad going down, this is just, they wanted to show you what's coming. You have to understand, on the Earth Planet game, all they have to do is tell you they're poisoning you, and if you let them, it's game on. That's universal law. All they have to do is tell you that they're coming to harm you and your children, and it's game on. That's universal law. Nobody's coming to save you, and this is why we do the New World Practitioner, because everybody needs to become a New World Practitioner, because everybody needs to become their own doctor. So we have people coming to take our New World Practitioner certifications. The October 9th one here is completely sold out. We have 23 people in a waiting list. Well, you know that we can't do that. We already have 24 people for the November course that starts November the 6th. So if you're thinking about it or hesitating, you might want to think about moving forward, because that's over half full now. Okay? And then we have another course in January, February, March, April, and the May course is going to be done all in Spanish with a translator, and we're going to be welcoming all our Spanish family and friends throughout South America, Mexico, and everywhere else to come and take our course. Also, just so you know, we're going to be opening up, we have a 40 by 60 room where we will have our trainings done. But after the trainings are done, that will be opened up during the day, and for trainers who want to work at night. We're opening up all of our treatments, all of them, whether it's emotional, nutritional, or it's Wolf non-surgical, and we are going to have our practitioners be practicing, and then the master trainers will be overseeing this after their courses. They can stay here as long as they want. We're going to be working on the Spanish locals and people from South America, everywhere, and all they do is they come in and they give a donation to the practitioner. They might get 5 pesos. They might get 20 pesos. The reality is it's about getting lots of experience before they go back home. And then we have a lot of practitioners that are staying for our 3 trainings. Why would you want to do that? Well, repetition is the master of everything. And then they're going to help train 2 times, okay? And then we're going to build on our website a platform for them, and we're going to highlight them, and then we're going to send them business. But we just don't do that. We do their marketing at cost. We do their videos at cost. We actually build their website at cost, because understand something. Anybody can become a practitioner, but guess what? The way the systems are set up, government approved. Like, I really need that stuff. I wouldn't be anywhere near it. Anything that's government approved is toxic and twisted, and it's never going to happen on my watch. And there's a doctor, there's a practitioner, there's an authentic genius inside of every one of us. And you can think, well, it's just a sales pitch, but guess what? I don't have trouble people coming down. We had 8 people come today from all over the world. Every day they're coming. Every day they're coming. And guess what? I already told you we're sold out. The November course will be sold out probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? And January's already got people booked in it, February and March. Think about that. All right? people want their lives back. So whether you're coming to become a practitioner or you want to be the practitioner that heals your family, welcome to the show. Okay, Romana, you already met her, and this is Sharon. You might have met her in Canada. Okay, all right. Sharon just drove from Canada. Now that she's here, let's talk about your secret agent trick. Go ahead, girl.
Okay,
Tell them everything,
okay.
because guess what? You can't get her. Too bad, Justin. Okay, go ahead.
Justin. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Justin, you just got your Justin.
Yeah, that's right. You just got it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I outsmarted you, Justin.
That's right, you little
GT.
little part-time
Yeah,
drama teacher.
exactly.
Okay, let's do this. Now
Let's
we've
do
just
it.
called him enough names. Do you think?
Yeah.
You think he's
well, I
upset
have
yet?
a few more.
I bet he's having a tantrum.
I bet you.
I bet he is.
Justin Turbo.
Yeah. I bet he's actually shut down the bank so people can't get their money out. Oh, you did, didn't you?
Facebook is going to go away now.
Okay, right. Good. Let's go.
Absolutely. Okay, so September the 30th, we left Abbotsford Airport at 12:30. So we flew by a private charter plane. That's the only way that we could get into the States from in order to start our journey itself. So the bottom line was that we couldn't drive across the border because it wasn't considered to be essential service. So we ended up talking to a lot of our trucker friends as far as how we could get across the border, and had them ask at the border. It didn't matter if we had the proper letters from Daryl, whatever it wasn't considered to be essential travel. So through that process, we ended up finding out about this airlines called San Juan Airlines, and they fly private charter planes from Abbotsford, British Columbia, to Bellingham, Washington. Really beautiful people, actually. And so what we needed to do is we needed to fly via the private charter plane to Bellingham, Washington, and then we hired a customs broker, an importer company, to import our vehicle
Flatbed
and our
truck.
trailer. Yeah, well, actually, they drove it over.
Oh, they drove?
They were going to flatbed
Oh, wow.
it, but they actually drove it over. So they were
Wow.
able to drive it over, but we
Okay.
weren't, because they were importers.
See, it's all
Now,
about.
how does that make
it's
sense?
all about but it's all about the paperwork, and it's
Yeah.
all about. It's chess. We're not playing checkers now. We're playing chess.
Yeah, originally we thought it had to be over on a flatbed, and that's originally the information that we had. And then we found out that no, these guys as importers could actually drive it over. So we ended up getting all the paperwork. We had to prove without an unequivocal doubt that we were coming back to Canada. So we had to have, bills from hydro and bills from, insurance and all these kinds of things in order to get the truck and trailer imported into the States. And so we flew over, we took the 12:30 p.m. flight on September the 30th from Abbotsford, British Columbia to Bellingham, Washington. And once we were cleared through customs, just a second, take a step back here. We had to have a rapid antigen test. I would not have done this if they would have made us take the PCR test, because nobody's going to stick something up through my blood-brain barrier. And so a rapid antigen test was very simple. So we needed to have a negative rapid antigen test within 72 hours of us leaving the country. So we ended up arriving in Bellingham, Washington, and ended up getting cleared through customs, proved our negative test. Once we were cleared through customs, then I texted the importer company, and then they brought the truck and trailer over. But it wasn't as simple as, it's just going to pass through. There was those hours of delay that we had to kind of just go, okay, we've rented out our house, we're committed to going here, but is the truck and trailer going to get cleared through customs? So anyways, I just put a lot of great energy out there, and sure enough, within 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours, we got the word. They cleared through customs, brought the vehicle to the Bellingham, Washington airport, and we jumped in that vehicle at 3 p.m. on September the 30th. Off we went.
How was your trip down?
Oh, it was pretty amazing. We ended up driving as far as Meridian, Idaho, the first day, and that was good. I mean, through the States was not a problem. Idaho, completely maskless. Then we ended up driving from Meridian, Idaho.
Idaho, no masks.
Idaho, no masks.
Yeah.
No mask, Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah, really beautiful. Everybody's happy. There's not dead bodies lying in the street. There's just business as usual. They'll go to the restaurants. Everybody's like, yeah, the odd person you see, but they don't have to wear them. No, not a problem.
Can you hold that thought for a second? Sean, can you let Bo know that we're going to do 4 o'clock? I'm going to be talking to Gaston, and we're creating what's called BraveheartNation.com, everyone, where you can go on there, and it's going to be all the tidbits about Mexico and all the tidbits about when you come here, good places to eat, how to do your banking, how to do your accounting, how to get your residency. We've got it all. We're getting it all figured out, and so I want everybody to meet. And if you could put it on Braveheart Nation, would you use my phone or your phone, and put it on Braveheart Nation and tell everyone to meet us at 4 o'clock, where we meet for our morning meetings, so we can have a meeting with Gaston and we can start dumping more stuff off to him. So he's creating a Braveheart Nation, BraveheartNation.com. But if you'd all like to know what we're doing down here, go to Telegram, download that, and then go to Telegram and download that, and go to Ixtapa World Healing and Training Center. That's all you got to do. And then you'll find out what we're up to and what's going on. We're talking, helping people to come down, right? And everybody's chatting along the way, and just, you know, when we come together, we make things happen. And then the BraveheartNation.com will be everything down here to where the natural health food stores, the laundry across the street, just everything, what's going on with the garden, and just, it's really a menu board for everybody that lives here, so they can access everything right away. Okay, there it is if you want to do that.
I'm doing it now.
Are you doing it on
And
yours?
everyone, please.
Okay. So understand something, everyone. This is part about being a New World practitioner, is someone that takes their life back, somebody that becomes their own doctor, somebody that makes their own decisions. Let me tell you something. I can't heal you or help you more than you can, and that's the God's truth. All I can do is hand you everything that I've learned in my 43 years of practice here, and that's what we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
Absolutely.
continue your story.
Yes, absolutely.
God knows you can tell stories.
Learn from the best.
That's right.
Anyway, so we arrived in Meridian, Idaho. It was late in the day. I think it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And so we crashed there in Meridian, Idaho. We got up early in the morning, and we left at probably, 10 o'clock, because we were pretty tired. So we drove all the way from Meridian, Idaho, 28 hours to a place called Obregon in Mexico. So
Wow.
28 hours straight. We just traded each other off and crawled in the back and just rested. It was a long stretch, but we just wanted to make time because we needed some time here to rest before the course started. So the clock was ticking, so we had to go. So let me talk about the border crossing.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the border crossing that we ended up going to was a place called Nogales in Arizona. And originally, I've crossed at that border crossing coming north, but I've never crossed at that border crossing going south. So now we have a truck and trailer. And so the trailer doesn't have a VIN number, but it was cleared, and the importer guys, when they cleared it through customs in the States, they'd never seen anything like that. And so I guess the stars of the moon were lined up because they let it through. No idea how. Like, it was like registered, but just didn't have a VIN number, plate number, but not a VIN number. So anyway, so we were going through Nogales, and so we figure, okay, great. I think we ended up arriving at Nogales, Arizona, about, I think it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And so we go through, and they take this picture, and then they call us over to the side, and they go, trailer not registered. So I go into a bit of a panic state. So they send us back across the border to the United States, and I phone the importer. I go, what the heck? And he goes, well, you know what, they cleared it. They have to clear it because it came through the States, so they have to clear it. So the beautiful U.S. border crossing people that we had to go back through the border, they said, well, go to Mariposa, which is a neighboring border crossing that's just around the corner. Go to Mariposa. They're much more lenient when it comes to trailers, etc. So I'm like, okay, I hope so. So we go to Mariposa. We go in there, super relaxed. They, of course, wanted to inspect. They open up the trailer, and we're standing there because originally we were going to go to San Carlos and kind of, meander down. And I wasn't really too sure of our journey as far as once we got to this. It was just about getting across that Mexican border is what really I was after. And so we met these beautiful people that she gave us the place to stay. She said, go to Abergon because you come inland and then you got a straight path down rather than going along the coastline. Like you don't want to go along like Mazatlan and those kinds of areas. You want to stay, you want to go inland, you want to go straight down. You'll actually swing by Mazatlan, but that's the best, most direct route. And she gave us a beautiful place to stay. So we ended up putting it into the GPS. So it was such a godsend that we ended up having that spin around.
See, and there it is, everyone. You know what? It's like this. My container's not here, my container's not here, my container's not here. But actually, we weren't ready for the container until yesterday, were we? The offices weren't done.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
because people can't calm down.
Yeah.
If
exactly.
we just calm down. Go ahead.
Beautiful. Yeah, this beautiful woman by the name of Monica gave us all the goods as far as exactly where we should go, where we should stay. And so I just put it in my GPS and off we went. And ended up spending the night in a place called Obregon. Got there, 7 o'clock at night or so, 8 o'clock at night. And then we left Obregon and drove to Tepic. And Tepic is, you bypass Mazatlan and you come inland. It would have been nice to make it to Guadalajara. If I was to do it again, I would try to make it to Guadalajara because it has a shorter stint from Guadalajara to Ixtapa. And so we ended up getting into Tepic, and I didn't have a place to stay in Tepic. And so I kind of, we were in the middle of Tepic, and these like little, and we have this truck and trailer. Anyways, we finally found a place, and it was when you are so tired and so exhausted because we just booked it. I mean, we had some fruit in the car and just our ATP, and I mean, we didn't eat. I didn't eat at all. And then we just would eat at night and then crash and then get up the next day and off we went. And so we ended up spending the night in Tepic, and then we left Tepic yesterday at about 9 a.m., but we misjudged the fact that we lose 2 hours. Because of course, what you want to do is you want to only drive during the daylight because the banditos come out at night. So you do not want to be on the road in the dark. So you've got to get to your destination, so you have to plan it out. So when we left Tepic, I thought, okay, we'll get into Ixtapa about 6 o'clock, that's good. Well, then we realized that that we lost 2 hours, and so that made it 8. And so I wasn't sure what time the sun set here. And so, but I will tell you that North Americans need to come and take a lesson of how to drive on the highways. We were going like 140 kilometers an hour. We ended up gaining an hour on the road from Tepic to Ixtapa because the semis, they pull over to the shoulder, and then you pass. You don't even have to pass on a passing lane. And then if somebody's coming the other way and they move over so that then you can pass. So the traffic just moves like clockwork. It is amazing. So you could go like 140 kilometers an hour and just like, and the semis move over, the cars move over, you put your signal light on. And
Mexican jumping beans.
Totally.
Yeah, I got it.
Absolutely.
I got it.
So the secret agent. That was happening. So we arrived last night at about 7:30, 20 after 7 p.m. and got into our place and got settled, have something to eat, and crashed.
And
so
here you are.
we are. What a journey.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, so you've taken the course, the full New World Practitioner, how many times?
Twice.
And this will be the third.
It'll be the third.
So then she'll take and then in November, you're going to be helping us train.
Yes.
And then in January, you're going to be helping us train.
Yes.
And then guess what? And you can believe it or not, she gets like $150,000 in free advertising. She goes up on Doc of Detox and ITIOH. You click on there, it says master trainer. So wherever she lives in the world, we're going to be referring to her personal treatment and trainings, treatments, and then if she wants to, she can set up actual certifications, and then we'll send Sage or somebody else to assist her. And that's what it's all about. So it's about creating an army, right?
Absolutely.
So when did you start on your journey?
I started my journey with you like October of last year, as far as following the process and watching all the videos and following the diets and the perfect day diets and really learning about what your philosophies were and all the health practitioner. But then I actually took the first course in January. And then I took the second course in June.
Yeah.
And my practice has just it's just gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to
Unbelievable.
understand something. When you actually invest into yourself
Yeah.
emotionally, physically, and you learn that self-care is the only health-care and self-love is the only love, and that you want to become that first, and then you want to then give that. Once you own that, then you give it. So, and once you give it, tell them what your business started doing the last 6 months.
Oh, I have treated so many beautiful clients, and I've made an impact in their lives. And it's just, every time I work with a client and I help to guide them into this perfect day. It's so fulfilling.
And there's the manual.
It almost becomes like an addiction. It's just like, whoa, I just want to keep going.
Yeah, and that's the manual that you followed, right?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is
You can
so
take
beautiful.
this manual, you follow this manual, and I'll tell you something right now. I will put any of my practitioners, you haven't taken a course yet, I will put her up against anybody that's been a natural health practitioner or medical doctor, and we'll see what they can do first, and then you'll send to Ramana, and guess what? Ramana's going to kick your butt. Because understand something, when you understand self-care, when you understand self-love, and when you've got strategies that actually work, it's amazing how people will go to school for 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, and the crap doesn't work, all right? And it doesn't work. I don't do anything unless it works. I've learned from the best of the best, and I've taken that to make the best of the best, and that's what it's about. So anyways, yeah, so I guess people were probably coming at you left, right, and center before you left, right?
Oh, it was crazy. I had to cut them off the Friday before I left. Like I left on September the 30th, which was, I believe, a Thursday. And I finally said, okay, I mean, there was people that were saying, come on, Sharon, we're going to miss you. And I ended up working with a woman just before I left. I took her on at the last minute because she'd had cancer in the jaw, and the year before she'd had surgery, and they had removed part of her jaw, and they had to do a skin graft in this particular area. And she was only like, she was born in 1990, so she's like 30 years old or so. And they had to take it because when they're doing a skin graft, they have to create a new blood supply. So they took an artery out of her arm, her forearm. They took a bone out of her wrist, and they rebuilt this particular area in her jaw. And she just also happened to be 18 weeks pregnant. And so she'd had such nerve pain, such pain within her face that it was gnawing at her. And she was just in absolute excruciating pain. She said that at times she just wanted to take a knife and cut this part of her face off because it was that much pain.
Before you tell the rest of the story, do you mind?
No, go ahead.
So the more drama, just somebody picking up a knife terrorizes those cells. Those cells that are going to get worked on, they know it emotionally, and they go into terrorism just like your body would, the cells do. Wherever the cut is will be the most dramatic trauma. It will be more inflammation, more scar tissue formation, more calcification. After the surgery's done, if you don't have a Wolf non-surgical therapist, you're going to go through hell. And you know what? Whether you had a cesarean, whether you had a hip replacement, whether you had a spinal operation, doesn't matter. Sinus problem, we can go in there and get rid of your pain, because if you don't turn the scar tissue back into connective tissue, get the calcium back into the bones, then guess what? You get to live with it forever. Because how many times does a surgery not work out right? You don't get the range of motion, you can't extend, you can't flex, okay? You've lost your weakness because you have a block in there. Because whenever you have surgery causes more scar tissue and more displaced calcium than anything else on this planet. And they're a little bit cut happy lately, aren't they? And it's getting worse and worse because they want everyone to have an implant of some sort, and a few of them. Anyways, continue with your story.
Yes, and so I said to her that I knew that I could give her relief to the extent. I was confident that I could give her a lot of relief, but I just said I could give you relief, and I will give you a money-back guarantee that I will give you relief. One treatment.
All our therapists give a money-back guarantee after the first 28-day training, and they come up against the chiropractor, the massage therapist, the physiotherapist, the acupuncturist, okay, you name them. They come up against the doctors, and guess what? We don't give their money back. and it's not because we're holding out on them. It's not hard because our stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to surgery. Even if you're booked your surgery, you're not going. Okay? We have given up on God. We've given up on our bodies. And guess what? Never give up on yourself again. Okay? Remember something. Even the person who has really good intentions, if they got the wrong information, it still makes them a terrorist.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I worked on her. Her face was really puffy when I started to work, even up into here, and she had sinus issues, of course, because she was really swollen, and a lot of scar tissue along her jawline, a lot of calcification, and I worked on her. I worked on her gently, and pushed a little bit, but I didn't go to any great extent, and one treatment, and the pain was gone, and I worked a bit on her arm because there was a lot of calcification, of course, where this artery was removed and this piece of bone. And then she came back for one more treatment within within a week, because I only started to see her 10 days before I left. And she was just like a new person. Unbelievable. She was just, it was so rewarding. And that's what this is about. And when you're talking about chiropractor, I also worked on another woman that scoliosis for 24 years. She had it since she was 14 and she was 35. And she worked as a chiropractor's assistant for 7 years. And she had this double S. And 2 treatments. She actually took the beautiful photo. So she took one prior to, and then she took the second one, and you could already see that she was straightening up after 2 treatments. And she's like my new best friend. I mean, it was just like, yeah, she works as a chiropractor's assistant for 7 years. And so, the confidence level and the type of the impact that this type of work, and as a health practitioner, I mean, I've studied health for 35 years, and I was looking for something that would pull me out from the pack. That's why I'd never gone into this. It was my passion.
Yeah, you didn't play with it. You went in, you're trying to find answers, but
Yes.
understand, she's just like you, until she took the leap.
Yes, absolutely. And so when I heard your philosophies and heard about your training and heard about how you can remove the scar tissue and the displaced calcification, I knew from my own journey as far as what I was dealing with in my own injuries, that was bingo. I was like, yeah, okay, that's what it is. That's why I can't heal to the extent that I wanted to heal to. It didn't matter how much good food I ate, how many stretches I did. It was like the calcification. And so, exactly, so 35 years I've been studying health, I've been studying the human body, I've been studying all these things, and it was like, yeah, so I knew about, alkalinity, and I knew about, eating, raw foods and nutritious foods and things like that, but not to the extent of what happens with the large intestine.
Right.
How we're inundated by antibiotics, and about the lifestyle, and about the glyphosates, and all of these things, and then about the actual body work itself, and the changes that as a healthcare practitioner, as a Wolf non-surgical body work specialist, as a person that can do these, as a trainer, as a master practitioner, I am going to so enjoy making changes to people's lives, because it's really about leading them down that journey, and the people that I've met, and how they've jumped in, and they're now watching all the A to Z wellness. They're watching the Braveheart emotional 12 steps, and they're taking these necessary steps to make changes within their lives. And this is just something that is it's living my life, my passion, and now I can help people make the changes in their world, and so that they're not suffering. We don't need to suffer anymore. The world out there wants us to suffer as it is. We don't need to suffer from within our body. It's beautiful.
It is.
Thank you, Daryl.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
And you made it.
I made it.
So, you're staying how long?
Till April.
Till
the end
April.
of April. 7 months.
Yeah. And then you'll do the trip in reverse.
Do the trip in reverse. Yeah, do the trip in reverse.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
do the trip in reverse, and then you never know.
Why don't you tell everybody where you live, in case that they live in that area?
Okay.
And so that when you come back in April, you only have to suffer till then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you only have to suffer till then. I live in the beautiful place of Nanaimo, British Columbia on Vancouver Island. And I can be found on my Facebook page, My Body Beautiful, and I can also be reached at 250-741-7597. And I would love to guide you on your journey. This is life-changing. This is something that people would be wonderful for you to grasp. I mean, we can take charge of our health, and we can take charge of what it is that we need to do. And I would love to facilitate that, and to take these blockages within your body and to open it up so that then your mind can work better. You have free flowing within your spinal column, free flowing within the spinal fluid, free flowing within the entire body itself. You deserve it. You could do it. And I would love to help you.
Remember, you can't have pain, you can't have swelling, and you can't have inflammation without a blockage. Now, we know that it first started here, right, Sharon?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then came down to here.
Yes.
Why don't you, this is Sharon's day. She didn't know that. She just came in with Gary, and I said, you're going up to this.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm awake.
So tell people what you went through because you were unwilling to face some stuff.
So this beautiful device here called the clapper. So, when our face, we put our best face forward. Well, I was a master at putting my best face forward. And so the emotions and all the, what do we call it, crap that was stuck in there? Issues in the tissues. Yes. So then I started using this beautiful device called the clapper. And when I took the course in June, I was using the clapper, but I was still a bit of a clapper wimp. And so I do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. But it was kind of like, that's kind of weird, right? And so then I'm in the course, and I was using the nebulizer, and I was using the nebulizer on my like inhaling with the nebulizer with the bright eyes, and the silver bullet
spray.
The silver bullet, spray. Yeah. Which is actually really beautifully as far as cleansing goes, and the fulvic acid, the nanofulvic acid within the bright eyes really helps draw out toxins. And so I was doing a lot of nebulizing within my eyes, and I actually ended up having some pretty...
She woke up the devil.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Exactly. So I arrived at the course in June.
And
my face right
here. She
here...
looked like she was maybe 15 years older, and she just came down the muddy trail of the desert.
And I used my face to stop me.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like red, and I was chafed, and it was just awful. So I'm in the course.
But that's the healing, right? It's like this. You ever see quicksand? You want to get rid of things. You throw it in the quicksand, goes to the bottom. But guess what? In a few years, it all floats to the top.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it was doing. So I'm in the course. I'm about 2 or 3 days into the whole life coach portion of the course. And my face was like on fire. It was like really hot, and I couldn't find anything. I was putting coconut oil on it, and I was putting the C60, but there was just nothing because whatever it was trying to come out. But it was getting trapped inside there, so it was hot.
You weren't letting it go.
And I wasn't letting it go.
She wasn't facing it.
That's right. I wasn't facing the music.
Okay.
So anyway, so Daryl goes, "What's going on with your face?" And I was like,
"Yeah, you're scaring people. The neighbors are moving."
Well, I think he kind of wanted that neighbor to move.
Yeah.
So anyways, he goes, "Well, you need to go and clap." And I go,
she goes,
"Okay."
"No, you didn't do that." You went, "No, I don't think so. I don't want to be doing that." And I go, "No, you need to go clap hard."
Mm-hmm. Like 10 minutes each side.
I said, and she's like.
I go like this, and he goes, no, like hard, okay? So hard. And not just with like the wimpy, this side. It's like the nubbly side. So anyway, so I go up into the room, and I decide I put my timer on because I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
A bit.
Yeah. And so, of course, he's going to give me that challenge, and I'm going to take that challenge.
Yeah.
And so I put my timer on, and I'm like clapping away, and the tears are rolling out because there's stuff being released, and I'm clapping away, and clapping away, and clapping away. And I'm like 10 minutes, and I'm 10 minutes on this side, and I'm going to, keep going. And I'm just like clap happy. And then I look down on the clapper, I'm like, ooh, and I feel my face.
Tell them, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I had a complete meltdown. Complete meltdown. I had like Well, I had clapped all of that. It wasn't bleeding. It was just like
Pus,
pus,
oozing. Her
yes.
face was oozing
Oh
out.
yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is the hate
Yes.
that she had for herself because she couldn't be what others wanted her to be.
Yes, exactly. It was oozing. My face was oozing, and I went like this, and I could see this stuff on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had like a breakdown. I phoned Lori. So over I go for some counseling, and so yeah, so it completely, yes, it was like the toxins, what I wasn't facing, it just completely like just opened it all up. It was oozing, the pus, the toxins, the everything, and it was like, oh my gosh, like wow. If I wouldn't have, but it wasn't bleeding. It was not bleeding. It was just like I just take the layer off with all the oozing pus that I wasn't
And if
facing.
I can say
Yes.
something, you women that have cysts on your ovaries and cysts in your pelvis, we need to go in and get rid of those cysts. And she had buried cysts in her face.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It was unbelievable. So then I went over and Lori, and there was really nothing I could put on my face that gave it any relief. Even the C60 wouldn't help. And she had this beautiful Aloe Mystery lotion that she
Yeah.
gave me, and she gave me a little tub of it, and it helped ease the heat from it. So then I was like,
But when the anger comes out, nothing's going to cool it down
Yeah.
except your breath. And I love myself. Right now, I look like I'm out of a horror movie because guess what? I'm taking the old mask off.
yeah, yeah.
How fast did it heal? Tell them.
Oh, it was like the very next day, people in the
Overnight.
course-
It was like
Yeah,
she
people were
looked like she
"Whoa."
was 10 years younger
Yeah,
again.
yeah. People could see even below the redness that people were like, "Wow, Sharon, like your wrinkles are going away, and like you just look like a different person." And even below that surface, whatever was going on, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was, it was such a healing. Oh wow. I mean, to go back and say, okay, I would need to do that again. It would be, I would do it again. I would do it again.
But you don't need to do it again.
No.
Because guess what? Here's the deal. She learned the lessons, okay, here. Learning the lessons here helps this to come to the surface. Break the block, allow it to ooze. And now, but if she didn't learn and keep the lesson, now we got to go in and do slap crap. And we don't need to do that again.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I keep going out with the same guy. Yeah, I don't know why we keep having the same fight.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't get rid of this cancer. I don't know why it came back 3 times. Really? Seriously? Unless you're going to change your personality, you're not going to change your reality. And the reality is you are the disease or you are the cure.
Yeah. Yeah. And this tool here is one of the most fascinating tools ever.
Can you grab my phone? Maybe
The
we'll
Clapper Club.
see if there's any questions. Yeah.
The Clapper Club. And so this, and all the way down here, because there's still areas that I'm still working on. There's still some that are still deeply buried in there, and I'm still working on it. But I mean that you've got to clap, like really clap. And you can change, you can change your life from just this. You can change your health. I mean, all these areas. And so that journey, during that initial Wolf, the Whole Life Coach course, and what happened with my face was I didn't realize that how much was stuck in there and how much I was trying to put my best face forward, and how many times, you've got just a heck of a show going on at home, and you come out and you're just going to like everything's all good. And I was a real master at it, because the first course that I took, you're like,
What?
you knew that I was a master at putting my best face forward.
Well, yeah, we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
We did. We talked about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long. It won't take long for you when you start doing the course. Okay, like everybody that comes down to the meetings. What do I keep telling everybody at the meetings? Please observe yourself, but then look at the reactions that everybody else is having, and then you'll understand their personalities.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are we actually live? Because I can't.
Yes, we are.
Okay, how do I get the questions up? If there's questions on Facebook,
I think Facebook is glitching out, but we are live on it.
Okay, here.
The chat is glitching out.
Okay, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, then it's glitched.
But
So,
we do have,
is there anybody on Zoom? There's only a few people today because I went and messed up the link because the link was for noon, but because we didn't
was
have
yesterday.
yesterday was yesterday was yesterday and today's today. So there you go. Anyways, but just know this: we'll be back to 12 o'clock for the New World Practitioner meeting next Tuesday. But right now we're doing it at 2 o'clock because we're trying to just fulfill our duties, whatever that is. Does anybody have any questions on Zoom?
Yeah, feel free to unmute and hop in, guys.
Okay. So,
Hi, Dr. Will.
hi.
I have a question. I'm Sharon, by the way.
Hi, Aaron.
I'll be coming down in November to stay for a month. And when we spoke on the phone the other day, there was a private Telegram group,
Braveheart Nation. Yeah. How do you invite people into that?
Good question.
Yeah.
I'll just have a look and see if I can find out.
Are you on the Telegram already?
Yes, I'm on the Ixtapa Palace Cultivation link.
Oh, well then then Aaron, I'll go in there and I'll invite you because if you're in there, I can invite you there. Okay?
Okay, great.
And then, and also just know that we're doing the BraveheartNation.com page and we're actually going to work with the web guy and we'll be doing that at 4 o'clock. So that he's working on that already. And within 2 days, we're going to have everything up there. And even for people that are coming down to Mexico, we'll have a lot of things. But there's a lot of goodies that we have that we can't put up online. And I think you know why.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get down here, we'll be sharing all those things with you too, okay? All right? And yeah, we have our secrets too, elite killers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways,
Secret agents.
yeah, we're secret agents. No, it's like this. Everybody, they're strategizing and so can we. And that's what we're doing. We're strategizing. And when you get down here, Aaron, we'll share a lot of things with you, okay?
Okay, great. And I just have one other question. So I'm coming down for the trainings, but if I wanted to book sessions as well for myself, like healing sessions, would I be?
Oh yeah, you can come in when you get here. You can just do it, okay? And you're coming for the November 6th training. Are you already signed up?
Yep, already booked.
That's good because I heard that they just signed 4 more people today. So it's the craziest thing. Here you've got the world trying to stop everybody from coming, but everybody's finding a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely, Aaron, when are you flying out? Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, United States. I still have to book my flight, but I was coming November.
Come sooner than later, and I'm telling you that right now. Now, as far as here, Mexico, no vaccine passport, no vaccine, no PCR test. And when you go back, all you're going to do is get a little saliva test from us. We'll have the nurse come here, $95, and you're off to the races. So, and it is. It's just a little saliva test. There's nothing to it. And that's it for going back. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And a lot of people, if you're from a state or a province that is like really clamping down, you want to fly into a state or a province that isn't clamping down and then make your way home from there. Just try to think outside the box a little bit. Fly into Canada or fly into the States and then take a flight in the country home.
Right.
And that's it. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. And it's illegal to make you do the 2-week quarantining. I flew 3 times where I came through Canada, into Canada, which is probably one of the worst countries to be in right now. And I came in and I just showed my passport and I said, no, I know who I am and I know the law, and I just walked. I didn't download their little app.
No, gosh.
I didn't do anything. I just walked out, and
Yeah.
and that's it. They can't do anything, and they know that they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't answer your door
Yeah.
if you don't know somebody, and you don't talk to them, and you just go, no, thank you, no,
You
thank
don't have
you,
to give them your name.
and all you have to
nothing.
do is just say, no, thank you,
Yeah.
no, thank you, and it's written right in. It's the law, but we don't know that, and everybody runs around scared, and it's the funniest thing. People go, well, I've been wanting to come down, but now that I can't come down, I go, who told you that? Well, no, my brother-in-law.
Well, a lot of people said that we couldn't do what we did,
Mm.
Yeah.
and I just found a way. It took me about 2 weeks to figure it out, but
Yeah.
found a way because
As
I'm
Sharon said,
tenacious.
if we can't do it this way, we're going to dig a tunnel.
Well, there probably is a bunch.
Yeah, I
Just have
bet
to
there
gain
is.
access.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, is there anything else you'd like to ask?
No, I think that was it.
And
Okay.
I do have a couple people asking about the dentist.
The dentist, I can give you the phone number, and she's an amazing dentist, and she does no x-rays, okay? All right? There's no x-rays being done because you don't need x-rays to tell where there's cavities, and that's the God's truth, all right? She did all my dental work. I got like about, let me see, 2 years ago, I got about, I think I was quoted $3,700, and it cost me $700. Okay?
Sweet.
Yeah.
She's right here in Ixtapa.
She's in Zihuatanejo,
Zihuatanejo.
which is 12 minutes away, where the airport is. And we'll come and we'll pick you up, okay? All right, now, Todd, who's here to take her course, used to be a FedEx driver, so, we wanted to make him feel comfortable, so we got him to pick people up.
He's FedExing people.
He picked 8 people up yesterday.
Sweet.
Or is it today? No, today, 8 people today.
Nice.
8 new people.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
The
awesome.
group's growing fast.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people here that are here and getting treatments, okay, or they just came down to take part of the course, or they're not taking any course and they're just not taking any treatments, and they're just coming and they're coming to the morning meetings and the night meetings at the fire. That's it.
Just hanging
And
out.
they came to not hang out, they came to stay.
Oh.
Or they came for 6 months like you. People think that in 6 months it's all going to be better.
Well, I got to go back and help my
People.
clients.
I know you do.
They'll have to come here.
I know you do. Okay, I'm going to give you her phone number right now.
Now, I got my teeth done in Australia. It cost a couple of years ago. Cost me nearly 15,000 Australian dollars. Luckily, my husband had insurance through his work, and we were able to get most of it back.
Wow.
But imagine if I'd have come here, it would have been a lot cheaper. So it
Oh,
just goes
yeah.
to show, even
And what is 15,000 Australian dollars
I think
equate
that's
to?
like 20 grand
yeah.
Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
It
Phone
is.
number for dentist.
Judith relieved me of my wisdom tooth on Saturday. She did a bang-up job.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, her name is Judith Diaz, Dr. Judith Diaz. Her phone number is 011 52 755 127 8599. Yeah, she did some work on sage as well. And she said, yeah, you've got 3 small cavities. I'll just throw those in. Come back another time.
Wow.
And I'll do them for free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's very nice, really nice people. Yeah, that's all we're going to do is we're going to work with really nice people. We're not going to work with anybody else any more people that are nasty or, they think that, the worst thing is to work with somebody that's an adult and they've been having a lifetime tantrum.
Oh, yeah. That'd be tough.
Yeah. When did you give up your tantrum? I think she still has it. I'm kidding.
I think pretty much after right around the course
Yeah, when you broke through.
when I broke through.
And you
I
understand
broke
you're
through.
not really having a tantrum. The tantrum's having you.
Yes.
And you got to get that. There are no bad people. There are people with bad beliefs. Okay? Yeah, I know there's evil people. I said bad people. I'm not talking about evil people. Those are people that have been taken up by entities. I'm not even going into that one. But the reality is that human beings are not bad.
No.
Their beliefs are bad. And we've got a lot of people that are coming here with bad beliefs, but when we get done with them, they're going to be, self-love and all the way to the bank. You know what? When you finally realize that those beliefs weren't yours, and and that you got to be selfish enough to know what you need to feed your spirit, okay? Because if you don't, okay, you're not going to like what you're growing, okay?
The adulteration. from our
Yeah,
childhood.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And that's
And God love our parents. They
Mhm.
did the best they could. And but that's all part of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
You got to get to the point that you're not forgiving anybody for nothing, because you don't have to.
yeah.
Hey, listen, I got it, okay? You got some bad beliefs, but it doesn't mean I'm going to come close enough that you can swat me either, okay?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, does anybody else have any questions? Because if you don't, I'll go through a couple more things that might spur things. So what everybody's going to be learning here is in the first 9 days, we're doing the Whole Life Coach certification. That starts on the 9th. And wait till you see, when you start seeing the videos where we're going, you've been watching it, Sharon?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a 4-diamond hotel, and we would never have it if it wasn't for what's going on in the world. So see, there's lots of blessings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be picking people up and taking them, and we'll take like 3 loads. So let's say you wanted to go first because they have a yoga place, they have a meditation place. You can go down and swing on the swing right out into the ocean. You can just walk around. You know what I mean? You can just go there and really be at peace. You can go have breakfast. So we're going to take people that they can have breakfast there. They have amazing breakfast, and you can be looking at the views are just gorgeous.
Nice.
So we're going to find out, and I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow. Who would like to go earlier? Who would like to go later? And I know people are going to rotate on this thing. So I'm going to be looking at tonight at 6:00 a 15-seater van.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's
Sweet.
gorgeous. It's
Sweet.
beautiful. So that what'll happen is we won't just use the van for that. It'll be like, hey, Daryl, we got an idea. What's that? Well, we want to take off. Okay, all right. So everybody will pitch in, just put gas in the
Go on
van
an
and
excursion.
go on an excursion. And because we want to own it, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to do excursions all over the place, right?
Excuse me.
So then everybody says, hey, there's 15 of us want to go to town for supper tonight. There you go. Here's the keys, kids.
Sweet.
Yeah, see?
Sweet.
So and then there's beautiful beaches, eh, Sean? It's out by where Europa, where he lives. And so the whole van can go. 15 people can go. And then we've got a few people with vans, like you, got your cars.
Yeah.
We could probably take a lot of people,
Yeah.
most of the people with
Yeah.
us, right?
That's right, exactly.
And here, we can, it says 15 people, but you're in Mexico, so we'll just stack you.
Just put them on the roof.
Though,
Yeah.
the roof has a really great rack around it too. So like if we have to
Doesn't
stop
matter.
fast,
Yeah.
there is a blocker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Should we put Gary up there? I mean, after this trip, you probably want him up there.
Yeah, probably. Oh,
And I mean, how'd you get along?
It's like Papua New Guinea, they're hanging out the doors.
no, really, no.
Mexomaniacs.
Good to throw them in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, and so what everybody will be learning is that you don't come to me to learn about A, B, C, D, E vitamins. We don't do that here. Everything's about vibration. And just because somebody puts something on the label, it doesn't mean that it's actually going to work. Okay? Because it's all about frequency. It's all about vibration. It's all about sound. It's all about light. And you'll get it as time goes on. But you don't buy a supplement because what's on the label. And then guess what? You do know that most of the C60 in North America, like how about 95% of it is fraudulent? Yeah, go figure. Some of the biggest names don't even know they're carrying fraudulent C60. A lot of big names don't even know that they're carrying fraudulent humic and fulvic. Well, maybe they do. Who knows? But the reality is I know that we're the only ones that process humic and fulvic where we can take all the heavy metals out in the world. We're the only company that our lab and our facility is the only government-approved pharmaceutical grade facility for humic and fulvic in the world. And I can say that because it's true. So the reality is no matter if you're coming for a training, it's going to be different. The thing is, a lot of people go, well, Dr. Wolf, I used to I was an oil rigger or I was an accountant. So I got nurses and doctors coming here and they fumble around and they can't get it. Is it true?
No.
I mean, every course we've got nurses and doctors and other people that have been in
RMTs.
healthcare, RMTs that are
were
going,
like just wondering what they had done for
What's
the
an
last
RMT?
Yeah.
50
registered massage therapy, where you
therapists.
go to
Okay.
school for 2 years
Yeah.
and you get out of there and you're almost unable to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, the whole thing is a crippling thing.
Yeah, I
Okay?
mean, there's
just
some that
so
were like
just so
15
everybody
years
knows that I
and they
became an
couldn't do it.
RMT when I first got out of school. Okay, so you need to get that. And it took me 6 months, okay, to go, I'm not doing this. I'm inventing my own body work. All right? And then I went to Jamaica, and believe it or not, they didn't have an electric typewriter they had them in Canada and other places. How old are you, Daryl? But there was no electric typewriter, and so the guy at the laundromat had 2 daughters. So I worked on one, and the other one, she would type it up manual every day. And you know, right in Negril Beach, there's Negril cabins, and that's where I did it.
You're healthy to 100.
No, that's
Oh.
where I wrote
Oh.
the Wolf non-surgical
Ah.
technique. I made it all up. We make everything up. So use your imagination. What do you want to become? Don't become what your mommy, daddy wanted you to become, or what society wants you to become, or your father, or your brother, or your husband. Become what you want to
Yes.
become, right? Become what you want to become.
Yeah.
Okay, or else guess what? You're going to leave this planet unsatisfied because you didn't play the game right. You didn't finish.
And you're gonna have to slap your face till you get
Slap
it
me
out.
silly, girl.
Yeah, and have to
So-
slap it silly.
Yeah, we've got 6 personal treatment and trainings we'll be teaching, but we do about 120 different treatments on the body, from what's called an Wolf non-surgical facelift. We can take 5 to 10 years off because all wrinkles are actually creases in the muscle belly that go really deep. Okay, we can get rid of jowls, we can get rid of double chin. Okay, you can reverse all of that. Okay, you can get rid of the hump on your back at C7. You can get rid of the scoliosis. You can get rid of the tennis elbow. You can get rid of the carpal tunnel syndrome once you've taken the course. Carpal tunnel syndrome is gone in 20 minutes. Tennis elbow is usually gone in 5 to 7. You think I'm kidding? You've all been sucker punched. Okay, I'm bone on bone in my knee. I got to go to surgery. Half an hour, we're into it. We'll do a half an hour to 40 minutes on your knee, and you're going to go, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm feeling. That's because when they do the x-ray, the actual calcium from the knee is actually in the cartilage, looking like there's bone on bone. It's not. They don't even know what they're talking about. And if you have 10% of the cartilage left, it'll all grow back on our protocol. And you know what? If there's a doctor out there or any practitioner that wants to challenge me, I'll have you on my show. Why don't you just come on my show on Tuesday when I do the new World Practitioner, and then you can show everybody I don't know what I'm talking about. Understand, enough is enough, okay? Enough is enough. We're taking it back. We're going to do it our way. We don't need government approval. Thank you very much. We have approval from the World Organization of Natural Medicine. It's Dr. Sheila McKenzie. She's the president, and she was awarded that from the United Nations, believe it or not. And the reality is that she's coming here December to stay here for 2 to 3 months because she wants to check out everything that we're doing.
Nice.
So you need to get that, okay?
Beautiful.
So understand, we are new world practitioners, okay? And we will change the world one person at a time, giving them back their power, okay? It doesn't matter what your background is, okay? Do you have the passion and the purpose? And we have what we call personal treatment and trainings. We have one-on-ones where you can come and you can learn the technique yourself, or you can come with your caretaker and we'll teach your caretaker how to do it. Or you can come as a couple and take our training and our emotional training together to really establish becoming together as 2 spirits, not husband and wife, because that usually doesn't turn out very good, does it?
No.
No.
Pain-free pregnancy?
Pain-free pregnancy, that one's 10 days long, where we'll teach your partner how you can have a 30, 45-minute delivery. I don't care how many times you've been in there for 5 or 6 hours, it's over. All the contractions, all the inflammation, it made it very tight for the baby in there. What if we were able to give the baby all the room it wants so it's not twisting and turning and choking itself with the umbilical cord? And the reason why it is because mommy and daddy are fighting, or mommy's got an inflammatory diet. And if you think I'm wrong, good luck. I'm not. So the reality is, when there's harmony with yourself and with your partner, and when you have a non-inflammatory diet and you have no scar tissue calcification issues, it's a breeze. It's a breeze. The medical system doesn't know anything about health. They should not be called healthcare. They're drug addicts, okay? They create drug addicts and they run around chasing you with a knife. It's not fun. It's not fun. Let me tell you, we do need surgeons. We do need physicians. But we need to know our place. If you want to go to somebody who does 911 emergency and you go there on a continual basis, you're going to have it. So guess what? I don't want to be a practitioner, so what? Go through the course anyways. Because guess what you just did? You just liberated yourself on an emotional and physical level. And somebody in your family, oh, the wife turns over, the husband turns over. Oh my God, I think my back's going out. No, it's not. 3-4 minutes. Would it take it 3 to 4 minutes to untie that knot?
Oh,
Or you can just let it get worse, and then they can't even move, and then they're down for days.
yeah.
Listen, we all run programs. Okay, chiropractic's great to putting joints back in, but they won't stay in because the more scar tissue and inflammation you have, the shorter the tendons, the shorter the ligaments, okay, the shorter the muscles get, so it's just going to pop out at the next red light or the next time you stress out. Physiotherapy, that's a joke. Please, don't insult me. Okay, all right, but I'm not, but I'm telling you, you're insulted if you are one. And the reality is yes, you do get better if you go to physiotherapists, because if you go long enough, you forgot your body heals itself. But now you've got all that scar tissue and displaced calcium in you that you're not going to get rid of. So guess what? That sports injury, that car accident, that injury, it all came from years ago, and it's going to put you in a nursing home or it's going to put you in the hospital. And don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm right. And everybody that ends up limping a little bit in a family goes from a cane to a walker to a wheelchair to depends, okay? All right? Because they don't know how to look after themselves.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Any other questions on Zoom? Because Facebook's not working right. I guess not. What do you think, ladies? I think we've done a good job here.
I think so.
Amazing.
It's 3:15.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, 3:15 is the time for a temper tantrum. You know, you
Yeah.
always use 3:15.
3:15, time for
That's
a temper
it.
tantrum. So we're gonna go right now.
Kelly's got a question.
Who does?
Kelly.
Kelly, go ahead.
Whoop.
No, I think she was put her hand up. She wants to slap you. Okay, all right. Anyways,
Okay.
just know this. So tomorrow,
Show more love.
show more love. So tomorrow,
Be a unicorn.
at
Sorry.
12 o'clock tomorrow, we have the last Q&A for the water fasting challenge. So if you'd like to come on at 12, and remember, if you want to come on and ask questions, then you need to go to docofdetoxshow.com. You'll get the link for tomorrow. Okay, that's what you got to do. And then at 2 o'clock, I have Ty and Charlene Bollinger. They'll be on, and as soon as the show's off, they'll come down off of Facebook, and they'll be going on to my Telegram channel, Doc of Detox Telegram channel. They'll be going on, you can watch it live on Rumble
Okay.
and Facebook. And then it'll be going on BitChute. And it'll also be going on Instagram, and it won't be going on YouTube because Ty and Charlene Bollinger, they want to try to heal the world. Okay?
Well, if we sneak it in and take it down, or no? Not even, eh?
No.
Okay.
No. Remember something that they're part of the Dirty Dozen.
Oh.
Biden said. So Ty and Charlene Bollinger are part of the Dirty Dozen, and he actually said that he was going to make sure that the truth about cancer is not going to happen in Nashville. And I'll be in Nashville doing my lecture with them somehow, some way. And then I'm also doing another lecture for the Water Festival. And I'll be talking about that and putting information up. That's on the 27th with Kimberly. We'll be giving you information on that. It's about 2 hours away from Nashville. And I think that'll be outdoors. Or they'll have a big arena, and nobody's going to have to worry about anything because it's out in the country. And this is more based on spirit-based, this lecture. Okay, but with Ty and Charlene, I wouldn't doubt if Biden causes a mask rule for just the city of Nashville, just to cause trouble. So we'll find out what's going to go on here, but just know that they think outside the box. That's what his book was called,
Oh, yeah.
Outside the Box. So I'll still be going. It'll still be happening, The Truth About Cancer. And it's going to go live to about, I think, 10 million people. So there's probably 60 of the best lectures on health in the world going to be there. And some big names that are just mind-blowing,
Beautiful.
okay?
Beautiful.
And then there'll be little old me talking about that self-love stuff.
Little young
Nice.
you, Daryl.
Yeah, and my lecture for Ty is going to be called The Emotional Chemistry of Cancer, Disease, and Healing. All right? So I want to thank everybody for joining us. And don't forget that on Thursday, I've got one of the top Boy, it's been a long day. Okay, human rights lawyer out of Canada. She'll be here live. And I'll also have George Roach.
That's at noon,
It's at noon on Thursday. And then we'll be opening up for a live Q&A. So that might end up being about a 2-hour show, okay, or an hour and a half. And then that show's got to come down. God, is there, I mean, I got to
It'll
find...
still be up on Rumble, though.
Yeah, it'll be on Rumble, it'll be on BitChute, it'll be on Telegram if you go to Doc of Detox on Telegram. And just know that I need to find new friends because these guys are a real pain in my butt. Everybody that I talk to, I have to hide in the closet. So, I'm coming out of the closet, you come out of the closet, and let's find our authentic selves and find our Braveheart roar because we're so much more. Right, ladies?
Yep.
Absolutely.
All
Yes,
right.
we are.
God bless and thanks
Yeah,
for
God
joining
bless.
us.
Bye.
Bye now.